Hey guys, welcome to your 20-minute practice. Come to the top of the mat or close to the top of the mat, feet together, heels and toes are in line facing forward. Relax the arms down, maybe shrug the shoulders around a couple of times. Just ground through the feet, so activating the arches of the feet, heel and ball pressing down, strong legs. Take a deep inhale as you sit into a chair pose, reaching the arms over the head. On your exhale, forward fold. You can keep the knees bent if you need to. Take an inhale to lengthen the spine long, and exhale, fold in, bend into the knees, and reach the arms back up to your chair pose. Press through the heels as you extend all the way up and cactus your arms into a back bend, reaching the chest and chin high. Drop the right arm to the right and reach the left arm over the head for a side stretch. And then switch directions, reaching the left arm down. This time, right arm comes over the head, side stretch. And then you're gonna bring the arms parallel to the floor and just twist from side to side. Try to twist at the center of your waist, at your belly button, and keep the lower body strong and stable. So the hips face the mat, keeping them squared. And just let the arms be flowy and free. Switch up to reaching one arm behind you and down and the other arm reaching up. So we're still finding like a twisted back bend here. Reaching the arms in the opposite direction. Again, just keeping everything fluid and flowy, including the breath. So keep yourself in tune to that breath as you move. Reach the arms forward, up, and then cactus the arms again. Bring the arms forward and up for your chair pose. Stand tall and reach your right knee up. Hold on to the shin right below that right knee, basketing the hands, interlacing the fingers, and pull the knee in for a nice hip compression. Open the knee out to the right and pull the foot in, getting a piriformis stretch. And then take your arm, your left hand, wrap it around the outer edge of that right foot and extend the leg long, twist to the right. So chest is facing the right hand side, reach the right arm back behind you. And then send the arm back up and over your head forward to grab onto the other side of that foot. Extend through the heel, getting one last stretch, and then lower the knee down, foot down. Inhale the arms high and find a back bend, either cactusing the arms or keeping them straight. Come forward to stand, to reach that left knee up and interlace the fingers around the shin right below that knee as you pull that leg in close to the body. So you want to pull it kind of bypassing that left rib cage, getting a hip compression. And then let the knee open up to the left, grab onto the right foot, and pull the shin in towards your body. Piriformis stretch and breathe here. And take your right hand, grab onto the outer edge of that left foot and extend the leg long. Twist your torso to the left. Reach the left arm long and straight behind you. If you feel steady, you can move your gaze down the line of that arm as you reach it back. And then inhale that left arm back up and around to center. Thread it through your right arm and grab the inside of that foot. Press through the heel for one last stretch here. And then slowly, gently bend that knee and set the foot down next to the right foot. Take an inhale, reach the arms high. Cactus your arms into a back bend. Bend the knees. Forward fold, fingertips touch, inhale to lengthen out, and exhale, fold in. Plant your hands, step or jump back to plank pose. Touch the knees down to the mat, extended child's pose. Take a deep inhale, exhale it out. And then on your next inhale, round your spine through cat pose. Lower the thighs, the hips, and find your up dog. Once you're in up dog, round back to your child's pose and then back again to your up dog. So we're just gonna flow the spine. Once you meet the hips to the heels, you'll round forward and through to your up dog. And once you reach your up dog, you'll press back and find into your extended child's pose. So find your up dog, and then you'll just look over the left shoulder and then the right for a nice neck stretch. And then look back to your left, past your left shoulder, and roll onto your right hip. In the opposite direction, look past your right shoulder, roll onto that left hip. And then come back around to center and just keep moving, getting that side stretch just back and forth from hip to hip. Pause in the center, facing forward. Bend your knees, let the spine arch as you press the hips back, and then find your cat-cow. So we're gonna then press the heels down, round your spine forward, and slowly bend the knees and body wave yourself back into your down dog. So we'll do a few body waves here. Rounding through the spine. Try to envision your vertebrae just rounding and then going back, undulating back and forth. Pause in your down dog. Take your right leg high for three-legged dog, just for a little stretch. Lower it down and send the left leg high, three-legged dog, and then set it back down. Bring the left knee down to the mat. Turn the toe out to the left. Reach your right leg long, sole of the foot on the mat, and reach that right arm high. Reach the right leg up parallel to the mat. Bend the knee, keeping it lifted, and just set the foot back and down for your baby wild thing. Open the chest, reach the arm wide out to the right, and then send that right arm back around and down to the mat and spin everything back to center. Bringing your right knee down, turn the toe out to the right, extend your left leg long, sole of the foot on the mat, reach that left arm high, looking up towards the fingers, lift the left leg parallel to the mat, keep energy through the limbs. Bend your knee, reach your foot behind you and up towards the top of the mat as you set it down and open up for your baby wild thing. Breathing here, let this feel good, nice opening stretch. And then take that left arm, bring it back around and down, bringing that left leg back around and down so the knees both touch. Tuck your toes underneath of you and find a puppy pose. So chest lowers down, elongate your throat on the mat, chin is forward, reach your arms long. Bend your right toe up towards your butt, left toe comes up towards the butt. So knees are pressing down into the mat. And then just lower your right toe down and reach your left leg high, pointing the toe. And breathe here, reach it high as you can, active legs. And then slowly bend that knee, set the knee down, tuck your toe, and reach that left toe to the mat, stabilizing you for the next side. So reach the right leg high, extend it as straight and high as you can. Trying to keep those hips squared off to the mat. A lot of compression you should be feeling in your neck, the back of your neck, and a lot of stretching in the front of the neck. Lower that right knee down and just bring the toes up one last time towards the butt. And then we'll curl the spine, so pull the belly in, round through cat, lower everything down and open the chest up to your up dog. Bring the hands back to the chest and reach the chest up again one more time, tucking the toes, active extended child's pose just to pass through, and then we'll come back to an up dog. So we'll just keep the toes tucked as we move back and forth to active child's pose and up dog with toes tucked. Just getting a nice stretch here. Again, just keeping everything fluid and linked to the breath. So we'll come back through our tabletop position, press down through that left palm to reach the right arm high, and then thread the right arm through the left arm, lowering the right shoulder to the mat and the right side of the head. Walk your left arm over to the right, getting a twisted, thread the needle, and then reach the left arm high. Flip the palm if you want to go for a bind here. You can wrap the arm around the waist or even grab the inner thigh. Place the left hand down and inhale your right arm high to open up again to the right side, and then set the hand down for tabletop position. Inhale that left arm high. Thread the needle. Bring the arm through, left shoulder to the mat. Reach the right arm up and around. So you can also do the twisted thread the needle on this side, reaching it over to the left side of the mat. Or if you want to go right for that bind, you can. Okay. And then bring the right arm down, press into the mat to open up again to the left side, reaching the arm high. Lower the arm down, extended child's pose. Take an inhale, round forward through your cat. Lower the thighs and the hips to up dog, lifting that chest. Tuck your toes and press back to down dog. Inhale the right leg high, three-legged dog, and then pull the belly in as you send that foot forward to step through. Low lunge, reach the arms high. Hands to prayer. Twist to the right, hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Press the palms into each other. If you feel good and twisted here, open the arms wide. And then we'll hinge up at the hips for a twisted reverse revolve low lunge. Left arm reaches back over the head. Windmill the arms forward and down. Right hand comes to the inside of that right leg and find your extended side angle pose. Reach that right arm forward, down and around to find triangle pose. Reaching through the right arm, let it pull you all the way up to standing, and then drop that left hand down and walk it down the line of your left leg as you reach the right arm over your head towards the wall behind you. Pivot forward, pivoting that left heel up. Find your high lunge. Reach the arms high and slowly lower the hands down. Step the right foot back into your three-legged dog. Slowly lower that foot down and we'll find a plank pose, chaturanga. Scoop through your up dog, chest lifted, and roll or step back, past the toes, down dog. Inhale the left leg high for three-legged dog. Bend that knee, pull the belly in, flex your foot and step it through. Find your low lunge here. So reaching that right hand down to the inside of the left foot, left arm reaches high. Finding that nice twist, press through your front foot to find an exalted low lunge. Bring the hands to prayer, find your twist again to the left, and hook the right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Open the arms wide, stretching, and keep the hips squared off as you hinge up at them, and then reverse revolved. Right arm reaches over the head, finding that little or big back bend. Push through that front heel. Windmill the arms all the way down. Find your warrior two. Reach the arms strong and long apart from each other, and then we'll hinge at the hips for a triangle pose. Reach the right arm high. Allow it to fall past the midline of the body if that feels good for you. Otherwise, just keep it stretching straight. You can send it over the head, down and around, back for our triangle pose. And then slowly pressing through the soles of the feet, we'll hinge up at the waist to revolve this. Reach that left arm over the ear. Find your high lunge again, so pivot the back heel up, sit down into that left heel, thighs parallel to the floor. Reach your arms high or back, and then lower the hands down to either side of that foot, and send the left leg into a three-legged down dog. Chaturanga, scoop through, up dog, roll or step back to down dog. And you can walk the hips back and forth if you'd like to. And then just step the feet forward. Take an inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, fold in. Another deep inhale to lengthen the spine really long, and exhale, fold in. Another inhale here. Reach the arms forward as you sit into your chair pose. Reach the arms high, and then come all the way to standing. As you reach the top, find your back bend. Reach the arms way back behind you. Chest stays lifted. Bring the hands forward into prayer. Drop them down. And then bring them back to prayer. Pause here. Take a breath or two. couple breath cycles and finding some stillness. And drop the arms down. Find your chair pose again, just a brief chair pose, pressing through the heels, come all the way up to your tippy toes, reaching the arms high, energy through the fingertips, bend your elbows, and hinge forward at the hips as you reach the arms behind you. Stay on the tippy toes as high as you can get them, really challenging the balance here. Keep the heels forward and lifted as you send the arms back up over the head for a chair pose with lifted heels on the tippy toes. And then again, forward, parallel with the spine. Legs are straight as you reach the arms back. And then we'll send them back forward and up for a chair pose, keeping the heels lifted this entire time. Just go back and forth in this way at your own pace. You can stay with me. You can be behind or you can be ahead of me. And then slowly we'll lower down, keeping the heels lifted as long as you can, all the way until the butt reaches the mat. Set the butt down, find your boat pose. Good. And then slowly just come into a seated position, cross-legged position, twisting to the right. You can reach that left hand to the knee to help facilitate the twist. And then other direction to the left. Right hand to that left knee. Look way behind you so your body will follow your gaze. Bring the hands back to center to prayer position. Take an inhale. On the exhale, extend the legs long, flex the feet, find a forward fold, and then reach the hands behind you. Press into the mat. Fingertips are facing towards the top of the mat, and lift up for a reverse plank. Keep that left foot grounded, sole of the foot grounded. See if you can reach that right leg high. You can either bring it high or you can just try to hover it. And then we'll do the other side. So we're pressing through the inside, especially of that grounded foot. And then we'll lift up one last time in our reverse plank to then lower the butt all the way down. Lift the chest up for a nice deep back bend here. And then we'll shift forward, bring the butt towards the top of the mat. Slowly lie all the way down. You can arch the spine here to get another nice big stretch. And then we'll find our bridge pose. So bring the heels towards the butt. Press into the inner edges of the feet as you press the hips up. If you want to reach the arms underneath of you, interlace the fingers. Just getting a nice shoulder stretch as well. And then slowly one vertebrae lower all the way down. If you want to repeat bridge, you can. Otherwise, find your wheel pose or your wheel pose. So deep back bend here. Make sure that you've got your weight even between your hands and your feet. Good. And never push yourself too far past your limit. You just want to make sure that you're able to breathe the entire time, and don't get yourself into a panic to where you just kind of crash down. Just move slowly and mindfully. Feel free to lift one leg and then the other. And play around here in any way that you'd like. And then we'll walk the feet a little bit out of way. And we'll bring the feet together. Bend the knees. Bring the butt down. Find that deep arch in your spine, keeping the chest lifted. And then we'll bring the feet out apart from each other to slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. You want to touch the top of the head first, then the back of the head. And then you'll just curl the spine down. And once you're all laying all the way down, you can find a reclined Baddha Konasana. You can either place both hands on your belly, or you can place one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. And just feeling that breath move in and out. And then we'll just release the arms down, extend the legs long, and pull that right knee in towards the chest. Grab a hold of it as you pull it in with the arm strength. And then extend the right leg long. Either just extend it straight up or give it a little pull in towards your body. And you can cross the body slightly and then open it up to the right. Lower that right leg all the way down straight. Bring that left knee up towards the chest, so it's just angled out to the side slightly, bypassing the rib cage, so you get a good hip compression, so you can pull it down deep. And then we'll extend the legs straight, so if you want to, you can bring it back forward, or you can keep it close to the body. Obviously, it will be a lot more challenging keeping it close. And then just let it slightly pass the midline of your body to the right, getting a nice IT band stretch, and then open it up to the left. Another nice stretch on the inner thigh, the groin, and the hip flexor. If you want to pull it up towards your body, towards the head, you can as well. Just finding that place that feels good to you. And then we'll bring both legs up for a little brief stretch. And then bend the knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around the shins, grabbing the elbows, the wrist, or the forearms, wherever you can reach, and grab and grip and pull down. So as you pull down, aim your tailbone down towards the mat as well, and your chin into the throat. So you get a nice straight spine. And then we'll release it all the way down for your Savasana. So just allow the legs to go long. Allow the legs to be separate from each other and the toes to fall apart from each other. Palms are facing up. And just breathe here. And when you feel ready to move out of your Savasana, so you can stay there as long as you'd like to, or if you're in a rush and you're ready to move on with the day, hopefully you aren't in a rush, but you can roll onto one side. If you're staying in Savasana, you can just ignore this. But otherwise, you roll onto one side and then use your hands to press yourself up to a seated position. Rest the backs of the hands on the knees, palms are facing up. Find a nice straight spine. Take a deep inhale, reach the arms over the head. And then on the exhale, bring the palms together to prayer and slide them down to the center of the chest. Take another deep inhale, reach the arms high over the head, stretching. And then exhale, hands to prayer, center of the chest. Another deep inhale to reach high. Try to make this the longest, fullest breath. And exhale, hands down to prayer. Humble your head to your heart. Honor and thank yourself. Find the deepest gratitude for yourself and for being able to come onto the mat to practice and take this time to explore your mind and your body. And I wish you just the most beautiful day, and that you may carry on this beautiful energy that you've created. May you carry it with you throughout the day and then just exude it onto everybody that you come into contact with. Namaste.